Hi, this is Chris Glatzel with Healing Heart Workshops. I'm excited about doing this, except for I hate being on camera. Anyway, I'm suffering through it. I have to stare at my face to do this, and it's really, I'm getting old. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah. So I'm wondering if you feel hopeless sometimes, maybe like you're never going to accomplish anything, or that everybody's against you. Well, I'm here to offer you some hope. And I really feel that going through these workshops with me will be extremely beneficial. You'll love it. And this one is just a preview to show you what it feels like to go through this and to process this way. So a lot of therapists and things have you talk. This sometimes with art, it's easier to get out the things that are not verbalized, that are in your subconscious. You know, when you start entering into this world of creativity, it's amazing how it helps, you know. Anyway, so just to introduce myself, I'm a mom of 6 kids. They range from about 20 years apart. And I've been doing this motherhood thing for a really, really long time. And so, yeah. I've been an artist or interested in art a lot longer, since I was really little. And I remember one of my first jobs, I would sit and sketch the daycare kids when they were sleeping. You know, it was just like always something that was coming out of me. So, but it was just in the last 15 years that the inner healing thing has started in my life. Even before that, a while back, my kids confronted me with during a family crisis, and you know, we're all trying to sort out things, and they said, "Mom, you've been really disconnected. All of our birthday parties, it was like you were just doing a to-do list." And I'm thinking, well, duh, you know, 6 kids, you're busy, and my life was a to-do list. I felt like I was a very well-balanced person, honestly, back then. In control of my emotions, all of that. My husband's family was the ones that they would blow up randomly and have these fights and stuff, and I was just appalled. And I thought, oh my gosh, you know, my family doesn't do that. We all stuffed it. You know, that was the way my family culture did things, and turns out that's not so good. You know, I wasn't in control of my emotions. They were just really stuffed, shut down. I wasn't feeling anything, you know. I just did my life, and I lived on a surface level, like up here, and never allowed to get anything in or out. And that was my, you know, personal coping mechanism. We all have them, and yeah, we'll be talking about those later, about what our coping mechanisms are. And anyway, so this video is just an introduction of me, an introduction of this process, and hopefully you'll get a little something out of it. It's also, I also have a supplies list. So if you wanted to paint along today, I want you to go pause this video and go get some of these supplies. I buy almost all my stuff at Walmart. You can order it online if you don't have a Walmart near you. But I just wanted to show you what we needed. You'll probably need, I just have a simple styrofoam plate here. And we have our whole color palette on there. It's all the different colors: yellow, green, purple, orange, red, blue, black, brown, and white. So you can do everything with those few colors, and you'll be fine. The other thing that we're going to be using in these, we're not using brushes, because brushes make you feel like you have to paint something really precise. This is meant to be very abstract. This is just painting emotions. So a lot of times when you look at abstract paintings, you feel an emotion coming off of that and not necessarily see a picture. And everybody sees something different out of it. It's kind of cool. But we're using just Q-tips to make things, and makeup sponges. These guys are really good because you can do all kinds of edges with them, and blotting on the bottom and smearing around and stuff. They're awesome. I prefer actually to not get my hands super messy, but I've always got paint on me because I'm an artist. But I use these sometimes, and they're very handy. So because they have little sticks on them, so you can get all of this stuff at Walmart. These are cute. anyway, so they have a similar surface that you can use for edges and things, and the flat bit. So they work nice too. The paints, I have a few different varieties of paints. I have a lot of paint, but the kind that I feel like this is the best price. You can get a pack of these for about $15, and or buy them individually. Just get individual colors. You can get the larger version of something similar at Hobby Lobby. These are about $5 if you wanted to really paint a lot. At the end of the we're gonna later on we're gonna open up an acrylic painting class that if you wanted to invest in that now, you should just go get some big tubes if you feel like you want to paint for the rest of your life, and I'll be showing you how, which is really fun. But if you don't want to do that, then just get something really cheap. Little there it goes on. This is another kind that's $1.98 or $1.87, something like that, for these little paints. And honestly, you could use those for what we're going to do. It doesn't matter. They're really cheap, and they come in a 2-ounce thing. So those are just folk art kind of stuff. Anyway, there's also kits. These come in this is about $8, but it doesn't have the secondary colors, orange, purple, and green. It only has red, yellow, blue, black, white, and brown. So you might want to go get the bigger set, which is about $15. So you're going to be investing probably right around $20 to get everything you need for the next 4 videos. And if you wanted to invest in that, you can. If you don't, honestly, you could use markers, crayons, chalk, whatever, just as long as you promise me to keep it abstract. Because nobody should feel pressured to feel like they're an artist or anything, because this isn't what this is about. This is learning how to express your emotions. And for me, that was honestly something, because I'm an artist, I like to draw, I like to represent something. That was one of the hardest things for me to do, is to learn this process, to do just an abstract feeling kind of thing. And I think it's a good place to start, because after that, when you learn later on, if you want to join my course for painting, if you learn how to actually paint a painting, then you already know how to emote on there, and it's a good combination to have. So yeah, so just to go back to my story, for the last several years, I've been on a quest, after that little confrontation, to find out why I was hiding. And about 2009, I found several resources that I really feel saved my life. I started reading a lot. When you have an issue, all of a sudden, when you have a problem, you have to find the answer. And so I began to read a lot about things, and I took a course, and I took a few courses, and found a lot of resources that dealt with why things were going on that you weren't necessarily aware were going on. Like, why you reacted in a certain way to a certain situation when that situation may not have warranted that kind of reaction. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, like all of a sudden you're blowing up and you don't know why, but it triggered something from the past. Or I know that's a big word nowadays, is triggers, but it really is something that you have a visceral reaction to, like a fear or a panic or a something, and you're not even sure why you're reacting that way. Sometimes it's hormones, sometimes it's what you ate, or you haven't eaten because your blood sugar's low. All those. There's physical issues, and there's mental issues, and there's emotional issues. What we're dealing with is that spiritual, emotional issue that just comes up. So rule out the other things. Make sure you have a glass of orange juice and enough sleep, and that your hormones aren't raging. And then we'll talk. Okay, so then we get back to what's really going on, if there's something else. Anyway, so and meanwhile, in 2012, I started an art studio downtown Waukesha, that's where we live, And it's been really, really fun. It was to teach people how to paint step by step. And I loved it, you know. And but something kept tugging at me to do something more. And a couple of years ago, I went to this awesome seminar that used both the art and the inner healing together. And oh my gosh, light bulbs went off. Light bulbs went off. And so I've been using this process with groups of people, and it's just so rewarding to just sit there and watch as tears flow down their cheeks. They're quietly processing, they're painting, you know, they're in these groups, but they're all locked in with just what they're doing. And it's been really healing for a lot of people. So I'm excited to be able to share this with you. I've really wanted more people to be able to experience that. And so putting this online was like, I really felt a need to do that so that more people could access this process. I'm so glad that you're able to get it here, and that you're along. And it's not like I have other things to do, you know. It's not like I've really wanted to, like, let's start something new here. I'm running a business, and I'm a mom, and I have, you know, a lot going on. But I really felt like this was something that I could benefit the world by, and I'm excited to do it. It's taken a lot of work, but I really think that this will be something that you'll appreciate. I know you're going to love these 3 videos that are coming up. Each one is dealing with something different, and I want to give them to you as a free gift. You know, like it's a lot of things you have to pay for, but you know, these 3 videos I feel like are going to be a foundation stone to something that you will be able to use these tools for the rest of your life. And I have more coming up beyond that that I will offer you as well. But you know, I believe that what I'm giving you here has some tools to help you heal and come out of your hiding places like I did, and find out what your coping mechanisms are for and why. So right now we're going to do this little exercise to check, kind of give you the idea of what the process is like. If you don't have your supplies, go get them, come back. And I want you to take out a heavy sheet of paper. You can even use one of these handy canvas boards. You can get these at Walmart as well. This is an 8x10. And these are nice, but you wouldn't need to use this for this first exercise. Just a piece of paper, a computer paper or heavy cardstock would work. And I want you to write on it. Take the top, divide it up into 6 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then as we go through this, I just want to say you're going to be needing to pause and then do the exercise and then come back. So hopefully I'll remember to alert you when that happens. So first off, I want you to take the top section and write sadness on it. Okay? Top left-hand corner, write sadness. So when you've done that, take a few minutes, close your eyes, picture what sadness would feel like, and then just take one color with one of your tools. It doesn't matter which one, just one of your tools, and then go ahead and paint what sadness feels like to you. Remember, it doesn't have to be anything fancy, just abstract, whatever line, color, emotion. Along with this video, I want to include a free thing, and that's a PDF on color, okay? And what colors mean and all that kind of stuff. You don't have to study it, because when we think of sadness, we think of a color, right? But it might be helpful for you to read over when you're done with this, just to kind of acquaint yourself that colors do have meanings, and a lot of different meanings. Like red means love, but in another context, red could mean extreme anger or violence or something. So you know, anyway, so that's just a free gift I want to send along with this video. If you've noticed it, it's the PDF after the supplies list. So yeah, so anyway, we're going to take that piece of paper, we're going to divide it up into 6 sections, and we're doing sadness. So when you have time, think of that one color, paint sadness, pause right here, and come on back. So in the next section on the right hand corner, I want you to write the word joy. See that? I don't want you to cheat. Look at mine. Anyway, so I painted joy. Joy might look different for you, so don't take what I've done. And take a few moments, close your eyes, and picture joy. Okay. When you're ready, just think about these things. I mean, it takes a while to contemplate and realize that we do see different colors sometimes when we have an idea in our heads. We see different images. Our imaginations are amazing, and they connect all kinds of dots. And you know, if I'd say picture a frog or something, you'd have a different idea of what a frog looked like than I would. So we're always picturing and envisioning and all that kind of stuff. So our imaginations are meant to be used by God, and it's okay. Anyway, so so take a minute, do that. You're doing painting joy, and take a minute to pause and complete that one. Okay, next section, I want you to paint in this one, and this is the middle one. I'll show you, middle. I want you to write the word hate, what that looks like. Just write the word hate, and then and then when you have, take a few minutes, close your eyes, just kind of contemplate what hate would feel like. What kind of, what color, and then with one color only, all of these are just one color only, take that color and with whatever tool you want to paint what hate would feel like. Okay, and pause. All right, back. The next section, I want you to paint love. So in the bottom corner of that middle section on the right, write the word love. When you're ready, close your eyes, take a few minutes, and paint with one color the feeling that you get when you think about love. Okay, we'll pause. So on the bottom, we're going to write the bottom section on our paper here. We're going to write the word chaos, bottom left. When you're ready, with just one, close your eyes, think about chaos. And when you're ready, I want you to, with one color, paint chaos, what that feels like in your life. Okay, and pause while you do that. All right, in the bottom right-hand corner, I want you to write the word peace. So these are all opposites, aren't they? And we're ending with peace. So I want you to paint with one color what peace feels like. Okay. I hope you can picture the process a little bit more here. In future videos, we're going to be using more colors. Don't worry. We're going to be using all the colors. And I want to show you something. If you take one of these styrofoam plates, just like I have here, and put it on the top, and go like this, see that? And you can actually put tape around it, and this styrofoam seals it up pretty nicely. And then you can put it in the freezer or somewhere, and then when you pull it out, it should be still okay. If you just left it out in the air, it would dry out in probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. So you'll be getting your workshop videos in a few days to start the first one, and feel free to you know, I don't want you, don't pour a lot of paint in this first one, because you're not going to need a ton. But and I hate to see waste. It's terrible. I'm always trying to keep stuff. Anyway, so I think this is a big topic for people the subject that we have coming up next. I know for me, it has been self-worth. You know, what do you think about yourself? What do you like about yourself? What do you don't like about yourself? And that's going to be the topic we're going to be discussing with art. And I love this process that you can paint along and decide, you know, how things feel. So stay tuned, watch your emails. And if you want, you can leave a comment below and let me know what you think or what you'd like to see in future emails. Okay. Oh, stop. Hi. We're going to stop the recording. So anyway, I was just wrapping up. Leave a comment. Remember, you're meant to be amazing.